Right, everybody, it's Luna and Athena. How are you all doing? So, as you can see, I'm back in my room and the candles aren't lit. I haven't opened a circle. I've literally just come in here to chill out and film a video because I said to myself at the end of December, from now on, when I film videos, I'm going to do them in my Zen room because I haven't spent as much time in here as I would like. I think it's an incentive for me to come in here. It's an incentive for me to blog more with you guys. And the other reason was that my husband was starting to get a little bit annoyed because loads of my Ooga Booga stuff were in the bedroom piling up and piling up. So on New Year, I literally brought everything down here and I was like, right, it's all staying in here. This is like the place where it's going to get kept. And you can see that it hasn't ever really restored to its natural beauty. I don't know if you can see the mould down there from the flooding that happened last year, but you know, we're getting there, and it's a bit like me. I'm not the prettiest thing in the world, so you know, but inside is what matters. So anyway, I'm gonna stop talking crap and I'm gonna get on with showing you my new book. Now, as you know, a couple of months ago, very quickly, my cat got hit by a car. He had to have a lot of operations. He was in and out of the vets like a yo-yo. We didn't have any insurance and he had to have his tail removed. So to get some extra money to pay for it all, we both had to sell some things. And ultimately, my obsession, my addiction, where all my money goes, not on clothes, it's on books of shadows. And so I had to sell two of my books. One of them I wasn't really bothered about, but one of them I was. One of them I really, really liked, and to this day, I'm absolutely devastated about it. And I did actually see a video on YouTube yesterday, from this lady, and I was watching it back, and I do know that she does still make books for people, and they're not expensive-ish. Not as expensive as other books I've spent money on. So I never know, if I save up, I might get another one. But as you all do know, I have a lovely friend called Lady Angela, who is the High Priestess of an online coven that I'm part of called Order of the Purple Cord. And 2 years ago, she made me this little book. And out of all the books I've ever owned, this is my favourite one. Well, it was. Because it's so small, it's just practical. I loved it. I loved that I could make it messy, I could make it my own. I wasn't scared to write in it like I was with the others. And it's just simple, but yet so brilliant. And it just goes to show that you don't need to spend thousands and thousands of pounds on a book that looks pretty and you know, when you can spend £100, or I think this one was like 70 or 60, you can spend 60-70 pound on a small book, but you'll use it more. So the only fault I had with this book was that I really like books that stay flat down, and this one doesn't. In order to use it, you have to have your hand placed down. And when it came to doing rituals, I would sit where I'm sat now. And to turn it and to read, I'd have to go up close like this to read it, and it wasn't always practical. But then I decided to upgrade, and I got this gorgeous book. Now, the colour doesn't do it justice on the camera. It's so beautiful. And she messaged me and she told me about the paper that she was using. And I was a bit at first because I was like, oh, I'm not getting parchment paper, and I love parchment paper. But in all honesty, I absolutely love it. Now, the paper's really thin. It's like, it's thinner than A4, I think. Now, I'm sure she's going to be watching this video and she will comment on it, no doubt. So, Sister Angela, I'm really hoping you can probably explain it better than I am as to what paper it is. But it's got the same colour tint as parchment paper. And you know what? I absolutely love it. And there's one reason why. And that is because look how light it is. It is lighter than this book. But yeah, this book only has about 150 pages in. This one has about 400, 500 pages, I think. And it's just got so much information, and it's so light and it's so easy to use. And look, if I do this, ta-da, it stays flat down. It's, oh, I don't know what's going on with my camera. One sec. There we go, that's better. It's absolutely brilliant. So, let's show you it. This is the front cover. It really is incredible. I love it. It's so beautiful in the fact that it is so simple, and it contains so much. It contains really decent information. I find that sometimes when you get books that are already filled with information, 9 times out of 10 you flip through it and you're not really reading it. Whereas this one, when I opened this on Christmas Day, I went through it for about an hour until my husband basically forced me to put it away so that I could, enjoy sit with the family and have Christmas dinner. But it really is just filled with the most incredible information. So I'm not afraid. I'm really looking forward to writing in it. Now, one of the things that I love most of all is if I do this. 1 second. There we go. With my fancy bookmark. This sacred space ritual, I first did 2 years ago because it's also in. If I can find it. It's also in that book. And I tried this 2 years ago, and let's just say I've never been so connected when casting a circle before ever doing one. The words fitted me. I just felt when I said them, I felt like I don't, do you know what? I don't even know how to explain it, but I just felt like I was one. I was what I was saying, and I was doing what I was saying, and it really, really, like I could feel the energy coming from my wand as I was saying the chant. Make the magic, make the change. Nothing is beyond my range. How do I explain it? Basically, what it is I felt like I'd heard these words before. I felt like I'd said them before. Like when you speak a language, and if you hear someone say to you bonjour, you automatically know that means hello in French because you've heard it 1,000 times, but it's not something that you necessarily hear all the time. Oh, boom. That is a brilliant explanation. Well done, Luna. So that is exactly what this is. This was like, I felt like I'd heard these words before. So when I was saying them, they just felt like me, and it was really, really nice. So I love the fact that they are in this book because it's a lot bigger, and it means that I can just literally go from my altar to the book and say it, and it's done. So that's that. So there's recipes, there is spells, split into money, protection, banishing. I was a bit iffy at first when I saw the banishing one because I was like, oh, is there going to be negative stuff in this? I haven't got anything against anybody that does black magic, but it's not me at all. I don't dig that kind of thing. I follow the threefold law. Whatever happens, you get back 3 times in return. And, it's each to their own. I know people that don't follow that, but that, I'm not going to hate you for that. Do you know what I mean? Everybody's entitled to their own opinion. But this one is really nice. It's actually if you feel like someone is hexing you, rather than actually creating a hex, it's more about getting rid of someone being negative to you. So I'm glad that I haven't found a spell yet in here that says how to banish your best friend from, I don't know, going out with the love of your life or your secret course. I don't know. So that's a rubbish example. So that's really nice. There's healing, a whole section on the healing, and then the love stuff. The only thing this book doesn't have, as far as I'm aware, is I'm pretty sure it doesn't have herbs. I might be wrong. It might have it somewhere. If it has, I apologise, Sister Angela, but I'm pretty sure it doesn't. It's got the Sabbats, yep. It's got the colours, it's got the crystals, it's got the elements. Yeah, I don't think it's got herbs, which is fine because I am collecting these at the moment, which I'm going to be doing a video on anyway. So there you have it. There's my new book of shadows, which I'm absolutely in love with. I have got another book on the way. I bidded for it online on Facebook, and it's a Lapulia one, it's a type of book I've always wanted. Now, it's been 7 weeks, nearly 8 weeks, and the book still hasn't arrived. And I'm in touch with the guy, and he seems pretty genuine, but he didn't put tracking on it, and he was shipping it all the way from America, which personally I think is quite silly. I would have paid more if he had said to me, you know, unfortunately, if you don't pay me more postage, I can't put the tracking on. So yeah, a bit of a touchy and a bit of an awkward conversation I have to keep having with the guy, but hopefully the book will arrive, and hopefully it will be very soon. So yes, anyway, I hope you're all okay, sending lots of love and light, and I will speak to you soon. Bye.